Okay, I didn't quite know how to do this, but of course I'm sending this to Jackson. They're at Bell Motors. I wanted to give it to Dave, and of course, GM over there too. Let's see. Mary Barr is my big person as far as GM goes. Um, I'm injured. I'm in a hospital. I really think it's the Cupang community. While there was an oil and gas accident, possibly. In this situation, there was a pipeline stuck in, and knowing what sea level is, listen, you need to listen. You need to listen to this. Knowing what sea level is, it's like this. This is sea level, this is sea level. When the world is round, this is sea level and this is sea level. Because the world's round, you know what I'm saying? Okay, so sea level is always the same when you're round. But sea level has nothing to do with elevation when you're building something that is elevated and not related to the sea. So by sea level, the pipeline came in and it has a, let's just say, 500-foot difference, which makes that pipeline push a lot more because it's 500 foot. By sea level, it's only 400 foot. Actually, by sea level, it was 10 feet. But you know what I'm saying? It's important to understand how things work. Of course, I've been surveying since I've been 12, 13, so I know a lot about surveying. That's not the problem. That pipeline came in, and then on the other side, they put some injection wells in there for disposal. So some disposal wells put in the opposite side. And I think when these two things met, it made some pressure. Things might be overpressure, so they're exploding. Now, when things explode, it's a big deal, but that's not the biggest problem. Is what's exploding. So at this time, I'm saying that it is invisible items that are exploding, that when they come through the ground, you could get hit by them. They go almost right through you. That's what I'm thinking. I wouldn't worry about it, because if you get hit, and you go farther. It doesn't really make any blood because it's called acute. I'm kind of making this, into what I know. So this thing is going, and I got hit really bad one night, and I almost didn't make it. Now the items, so it's an explosion, okay? Now this fallout that comes from this explosion is what I was more worried about in your business, because that's what you do. And of course, Dave, I know Dave really good. Just because I know their mom used to buy trucks there. But whether or not this fallout comes and it falls out, and then I think what happens is you drive down the road. It's really, really light, but yet then it's razor sharp, and it pulls it together. So what happens is it gets stuck under your vehicle, and then when you're driving, of course, it falls off, and then the next vehicle comes, so it drives over it, and it starts to form, all these problems with all this stuff. Now, I don't care if it's actually foul play, or if it is a blowout from the oil and gas well. It's a big deal. But what I wanted to say was, this could be killing people if it was like that. And understanding that this falling on the road and then gathering and assembling is causing problems. So people are going to have problems. I have problems, and I told Clint today, I said, Clint, I think my vehicle's killing me. And he didn't really say much, but my cousin's my cousin. He listens, does whatever. It's kind of like this. I really think it's the vehicle, but at the same time, I think it's the fallout. And I don't think it's foul play, even though it feels like foul play, like somebody's shooting me in the back at night at dark. And they're hunting me and stuff like that. Okay, just leave that alone. Let's say it's not. Let's say it's the oil and gas top. We're still coming with it falls on the road, then it assembles, or it shoots me through the dash or through the morning, Pat. Let's see, through the dash or anything like that. So, if it is a weapon, what would it look like? If it's not a weapon, then it's an explosion. So how does it assemble? It assembles with negative and positive. It builds items. What happens is then you swallow them and then you get really sick. Trust me. I asked him the other day, I said, you know what? You guys are buying my casket, aren't you? I'm a soldier, ex-soldier. Used to work for General Sports Golf back in Gulf War. You guys know that. But in the communication branch. Let's see. So all those things, you start swallowing and eat them, they start making you sick. And I've been getting sick a lot. So less driving, but that's not the problem. Somebody's gonna drive, and these problems are gonna come up, and then the stuff stuck to your vehicle falls off your vehicle, and maybe it collects on your vehicle, depending. So that's all I wanted to say was, I don't know, but I am suspecting while this pipeline came over the top, my uncle came and he said, he visited with us. What are you guys doing? We just got that pipeline covered up. A team from Texas must have put that pipeline in. But what's with the water pipeline going down? Oh, that's bullshit. You can't pull water up that high. Something's really fishy. Now, second thing, I don't know who's in control. Seriously. So all these things could have created this accident, this overpressure. At the same point, this conversation is just like could create this foul play stuff at the same time. So I don't know where it's coming from, but the symptoms are like this. It hurts, it goes through you, it's painful, it makes you sick, nauseous. So it's kind of like 4 different things. Anyways, we're going to call it drugs. Second thing is we're going to come to the uranium and such things as uranium dust. And you have to think how this works. This is a weapon that you cannot see, and you use it, and you can't see it. So it's actually there. The closer you get, the more you feel it. Well, if you got 2 of these things, like I can feel it because it's on this side of the box. So what I do is I turn it around and I can feel it more. And when you think about how things really work, that stuff, what it is it's a molecule. Sorry, this is not rehearsed, but this is a molecule, right? And what this molecule does is it shoots another molecule. Kind of like that. So what you do is you compress like 300,000 of them together and put them in a line, so that when that one molecule hits it, it goes to 100 miles an hour. Hits the next one, goes 200 miles an hour. So if it goes through all these millions of molecules, it's traveling at 1,152 miles a second. Yeah. Which goes right through your skin. And when it goes right through your skin, it hurts. So that's the other thing. Whether this is foul play or whether this is an accident, it is a drug put on something that hits something, and highly illegal. And I'm talking capital punishment to have this. You have a can of that, we're hanging you on a courthouse lawn. Stuff like that. That's how bad that is. If it's a blowout well, it's a little different. Well, those molecules have all been smashed, and then they escape in a rusty, nut and bolt. when it's kind of loose with all that pressure, so it makes the knife molecules long that fly around. They fly up in the air and then they drop down and fall out. Then you step on them and they hurt. So those are things you can do to fix this. Anyways, I gotta quit telling you guys what I think. I'm just telling you that driving could be a bad deal. It could collect on the vehicles. Yeah, there's a procedure that should be made, and the government should make that if this is a real accident. Whoever's trying to cover it up is a problem. And as far as I'm concerned, whoever's up here doing this doesn't know jack shit. And they definitely don't work with me, so they don't work with the locals. You know what I mean? Remember, what you're saying. Okay.